Bhagavad Gita as it is. Chapter 4, Text 19. Yasya sarve samarambhaha kama sankalpa varjitaha jnanagni dagdha karmanam tamahuhu panditam buddhaha. Synonyms. Yasya, one whose. Sarve, all sorts of. Samarambhaha, in all attempts. Kama, desire for sense gratification. Sankalpa, determination. Varjitaha, are devoid of. Jnana, of perfect knowledge. Agni, fire. Dagdha, being burnt by. Karmanam, the performer. Tam, him. Ahuhu, declare. Panditam, learned. Buddhaha, those who know. Translation. One is understood to be in full knowledge, whose every act is devoid of desire for sense gratification. He is said by sages to be a worker whose fruitive action is burned up by the fire of perfect knowledge. Purport. Only a person in full knowledge can understand the activities of a person in Krishna consciousness, because the person in Krishna consciousness is devoid of all kinds of sense gratificatory propensities. It is to be understood that he has burned up the reactions of his work by perfect knowledge of his constitutional position as the eternal servitor of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is actually learned who has attained to such perfection of knowledge. Development of this knowledge of the eternal servitorship of the Lord is compared to fire. Such a fire, once kindled, can burn up all kinds of reactions to work. Text 20. Tyaktva karma phala sangam nitya tripto nirashrayaha karmanyabhi pravrittopi naiva kinchit karoti saha. Synonyms. Tyaktva, having given up. Karma phala asangam, attachment for fruitive results. Nitya, always. Triptaha, being satisfied. Nirashrayaha, without any center. Karmani, in activity. Abhipravritaha, being fully engaged. Api, in spite of. Na, does not. Eva, certainly. Kinchit, anything. Karoti, do. Saha, he. Translation. Abandoning all attachment to the results of his activities, ever satisfied and independent, he performs no fruitive action, although engaged in all kinds of undertakings. Purport. This freedom from the bondage of actions is possible only in Krishna consciousness, when one is doing everything for Krishna. A Krishna conscious person acts out of pure love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and therefore he has no attraction for the results of the action. He is not even attached to his personal maintenance, for everything is left to Krishna. Nor is he anxious to secure things, nor to protect things already in his possession. He does his duty to his best ability and leaves everything to Krishna. Such an unattached person is always free from the resultant reactions of good and bad. It is as though he were not doing anything. This is the sign of akarma, or actions without fruitive reactions. Any other action, therefore, devoid of Krishna consciousness, is binding upon the worker, and that is the real aspect of vikarma, as explained herein before. Text 21. Nirashiryata chittatma tyakta sarva parigrahaha shariram kevalam karma kurvan napnoti kilbisham. Synonyms: Nirashihi, without desire for the results. Yata, controlled. Chittatma, mind and intelligence. Tyakta, giving up. Sarva, all. Parigrahaha, sense of proprietorship over all possessions. Shariram, in keeping body and soul together. Kevalam, only. Karma, work. Kurvan, doing so. Na, never. Apnoti, does not acquire. Kilbisham, sinful reactions. Translation: Such a man of understanding acts with mind and intelligence perfectly controlled, gives up all sense of proprietorship over his possessions, and acts only for the bare necessities of life. Thus working, he is not affected by sinful reactions. Purport: A Krishna-conscious person does not expect good or bad results in his activities. His mind and intelligence are fully controlled. He knows that he is part and parcel of the Supreme, and therefore the part played by him as a part and parcel of the whole is not his by choice, but is chosen for him by the Supreme, and is done only through his agency. When the hand moves, it does not move out of its own accord, but by the endeavor of the whole body. A Krishna-conscious person is always dovetailed with the supreme desire, for he has no desire for personal sense gratification. He moves exactly like a part of a machine. As a machine part requires oiling and cleaning for maintenance, similarly a Krishna-conscious man maintains himself by his work just to remain fit for action in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. He is therefore immune to all the reactions of his endeavors. Like an animal, he has no proprietorship even over his own body. A cruel proprietor of an animal sometimes kills the animal in his possession, yet the animal does not protest, nor does it have any real independence. A Krishna-conscious person, fully engaged in self-realization, has very little time to falsely possess any material object. For maintaining body and soul, he does not require unfair means of accumulating money. He does not, therefore, become contaminated by such material sins. He is free from all reactions to his actions.